No. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good morning. My name is Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Rob Municipal Court. Today's date is May 8th, 2024. The time is approximately 10:05 a.m. and we are on the record. Uh, it looks like some of y'all are still trying to connect to the audio. So I'm going to give that a little bit of time. It looks like everyone's almost connected. I think we're just waiting on one other person. In the meantime, I want to thank y'all for being here this morning. A lot more people were summoned to show up this morning. They didn't, but you folks did, and I want you to know that the court truly appreciates that. If you're here this morning, that means you're here on the arraignment docket, which means that you're going to, this is the first time that you are appearing to answer to your violation. Or you're here on a show cause or you filed an application to do something other than your fine and court cost. So we will deal with the arraignment docket first, and then we will go to the other matters. Okay. Some things I need to let you know. Everything that is being done here today is being streamed live on the court's YouTube channel. This is a court of record. Everything is also being recorded. The pros and cons, of doing it this way, of doing it on Zoom. The pros are that you get to be in the comfort of your own home or at work, maybe multitasking while you're waiting for your case to be called. The con is that you get to be at home at work instead of being here in the court, maybe taking a little time off. But neither here nor there. I ask that you be patient while the other cases are being called, and we will get to your case in due time. Some things about the court. This is once again a court of record. Everything's recorded. The cases that are heard out of this court are Class C misdemeanors with fines that normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You have the right to waive you have the right to waive the jury and have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Does everyone understand these rights? Okay, hold on real quickly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to call the docket. When I call your name, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand, and then I'm going to swear you in. After I swear you in, I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. Then I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing in that I will find you guilty, and then we will go to the punishment portion of the case. At the punishment portion of the case, there's a number of things I can do. I can place you on what's called deferred disposition, which is a type of probation where if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay, in the time period that I ask you to do it in, the case gets dismissed. Some cases do not qualify for that type of outcome, and the only thing I can do is issue a final conviction, and that's with anyone who has a CDL type driver's license. If you plead, that's if you plead guilty or no contest. The difference between guilty and no contest is that when you plead guilty, what you're telling the court is that you are in fact guilty. When you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not saying that you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not contesting the matter. But what you are telling the court is that there is enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that in a civil court, a plea of guilty can be attempted to be used to prove liability. A plea of no contest cannot. Okay. If you plead not guilty, then your case is going to be set for a pretrial. At that pretrial, there will be a prosecutor representing the state of Texas who will be present, and you will have the ability to speak to him if you so choose. It won't hurt your case. You can try to negotiate your case, come to some type of resolution, which the prosecutor will then present to the court, and then that will be the end of your case if the court accepts the plea bargain agreement. If you are unable to resolve your case at that time, then your case will be set for trial. And you will have the choice whether it's going to be in front of a judge or in front of the jury. Okay. Some other things I need to let you know, there are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain cases. For instance, if you're here on a no insurance case, not only will you be subject to fine and court costs from this court, but you could be subject to surcharges from the state of Texas. If you have a particular question, if you have a question whether your particular case is subject to consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. If you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Finally, if you find yourself in a situation where I've ordered fine and court costs and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to fulfilling that obligation. There is an application that you fill out here with the court. You request it, you fill it out, you turn it in. We have a hearing to determine if you are indigent under the law. If in fact you are indigent, then you will, we can do a number of things from placing you on an extended payment plan to having you do community service or doing a combination of those things. The point being is that just because you cannot afford at this time to pay your fine and court costs, that doesn't mean that there's other ways that you can fulfill that obligation. Okay. Any question? Ms. Cruz, I saw your hand up earlier. You need to take your mute off.
I'm sorry. I had a question. I thought I couldn't hire an attorney because it was just a civil court. I mean, like I don't know, but I do want to get an attorney. But I
Okay,
do not.
when I call your case, you let me know that and we'll put it on the record, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, any other questions? Mr. Salazar?
Is there any way I can get my case dropped right now, or do I have to go through other procedures?
Mr. Salazar, you're here on your arraignment. If you have a valid defense, you can talk to the prosecutor about it. The
But
prosecutor,
I would
Mr.
still have to continue with this, right?
Yes,
Okay. Thank you,
okay,
sir.
all
I
right.
have another question.
Yes, Ms. Cruz.
Say this goes bad on me. Will it stay on my record?
It depends on what the disposition is, Ms. Cruz. Like I said, if you enter into an agreement where you get deferred disposition and you do what you have to do and you pay what you have to pay, the case gets dismissed. It's
Okay.
a matter of having a conviction or not having a conviction. The other
Okay.
thing that I want to let y'all know, if you have the ability and you know how to change your screen name, I ask that you do it so I can know what your legal name is. If you don't know how to do it, that's fine. When I call your case, just raise your hand and I'll change it for you. Okay, if there aren't any further questions, I'm going to go ahead and call the docket. I ask that you remain on mute until your case is called. Court calls number 24030000483, State of Texas versus Nicole Alvarez. Nicole Alvarez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Alvarez, let me change screen name. Okay, Ms. Alvarez, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand up. Are you Nicole K. Alvarez?
Yes.
Ms. Alvarez, you are charged with the offense of theft of property alleged to have occurred on or about March 6, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of taking Pokemon cards valued at $47.84 from HEB Food and Drugs. Are you aware of that charge?
I'm a plead not guilty, sir, because it was not me.
Okay, Ms. Alvarez, I know we're going to get to that part, okay? I'm asking you, are you aware of the charge?
Yes.
And you understand what you're being charged with?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is the time I'm gonna ask you, okay? Ms. Alvarez, how do you plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Ms. Alvarez, if you have to have a trial on the matter, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
The judge.
Okay, Ms. Alvarez, and I just need to verify your address. Uh, Crystal, do we have an address on Ms. Alvarez?
I do show an address. I don't know if you want to have her confirm.
Yeah, can you tell her what it is and ask her if that's it?
I have 4322 Custoris, apartment 4322.
Is that your address, Ms. Alvarez?
No.
Okay, can you give us your correct address?
4322 Castoris Road, apartment 2408. Corpus Christi, Texas.
What's the zip code, Ms. Alvarez?
78415.
Okay, Ms. Alvarez, can we also get a good phone number for you, please?
361-533-8299.
Okay, Ms. Alvarez, so what's going to happen next, you're going to get a notice by mail of a pretrial date. It'll be conducted in this same type of situation with the Zoom, but the prosecutor will be here. you'll have an opportunity to speak to him if you so choose, okay?
Okay, and how does that work? I've never had to do with this situation. So
No,
if it wasn't me, what do I do?
well, you can talk to the prosecutor, tell him what your defense is. If you know who it was, talk to him about it. It's going to be up to the prosecutor whether he wants to go forward on the case or not.
Okay.
Okay, if you have any evidence, if you have any witnesses that
Well, from my understanding, Your Honor, they have pictures of the proof. The pictures just aren't me. It's my
Okay.
car, just not me.
Okay, well, you can talk to the prosecutor about that. If they have pictures, if they being the police, they should submit it to the prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Alves. Any other questions?
No,
Okay, you're excused.
thank you.
Court calls cause number 240-4C009. State of Texas versus Bruce Cisneros. Mr. Cisneros, let me change your name. Okay, Mr. Cisneros, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yeah, you have to unmute yourself, Mr. Cisneros.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You are Bruce Cisneros?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Cisneros, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about April 3rd, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where an individual by the name of Teresa Cisneros is accusing you of grabbing her forearm and dragging her. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I go any further, it's important that I'm required by law to read you the following admonishment. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun, a long gun, or ammunition, pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922G9 or Section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay. All right, Mr. Cisneros. As to the charge of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on or about April 3rd, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
The court will accept your plea of no contest. Crystal, has Mr. Cisneros ever been in my court before for this type of charge?
Not for this type of charge, Judge.
Okay, what other charges has he had here? Just
He's
traffic violations?
traffic violations. The only thing that he has had, Judge, back in 2002, he did have an assault by threat that was dismissed by Judge Barrera, I believe.
Okay, that's fine. All right, Mr. Cisneros, I'm going to place you on what's called deferred disposition for 90 days. I'm going to explain that here in a minute. It's going to be a fine of $215, cost of $76 for a total of $291. You're also going to be required to do an anger management course online. Crystal, do we have that information when he comes in?
Yes, Judge, we have it printed for them.
Okay, it's going to be 4 hours.
Okay. On the application for indigent, how do I go about obtaining one of those? I go into the office.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come in to the court to sign off on your plea paperwork, and at that time you can request it.
Okay,
And that's one thing I should have said earlier. So everyone here today, it's important that you come in, and Crystal, you're gonna have to call the other individual and let her know. It's important that you come in today or at the latest tomorrow to sign off on your plea paperwork. If you're unable to make it in physically, you can call the court and they can make arrangements to email it to you. And then you can email it back. Okay. All right, Mr. Cisneros, do you have any questions?
no, sir.
Okay, just make sure you come in either today by 5 or at the latest tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Court calls number 2403-000488, State of Texas versus Maritza Cruz. Ms. Cruz, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, you are Maritza Cruz.
Yes.
Ms. Cruz, you are charged with the offense of assault by threat family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about March 31st, 2024, in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where an individual by the name of Ramiro Martinez is accusing you of saying that you might as well just have run him over. Are you aware of those charges?
I wasn't aware until they called me the day before yesterday about it, and I never said that. So
Okay,
I
hold on. We're gonna get there, but you're aware that somebody's accusing you of this, correct?
yes,
And you understand what they were accusing you of?
yes. Now I
Okay.
do. I didn't even know what it was.
Okay. All right, Ms. Cruz. As to the charge of, hold on. Once again, I'm required by law to read you the following admonishment. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922 G9 or Section 46.04 of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to purchase or possess a firearm, you should consult an attorney. All right, Ms. Cruz. As to the charge of assault by threat, family violence alleged to have occurred on or about March 31st, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead not guilty, and I actually have a firearm. So does that still affect me, or it's just because?
No, this was just about purchasing. Okay.
Okay,
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. If you have to have a trial
but
on
I
the
do
matter.
need an attorney
Okay, hold on, Ms. Cruz. If you have to have a trial on the matter, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
in front of a judge.
Okay, so you have the ability to get an attorney, Ms. Cruz. You're gonna get a summons in the mail of your pretrial date. You have the ability to hire an attorney or get an attorney before that date, and that attorney can make an appearance by sending us a letter letting us know that he's representing you, and then he can make an appearance at the pretrial. So yes, you have the absolute right to get an attorney. But in the meantime, you need to come by the court no later than 5 today, no later than tomorrow if you can't make it today by 5 to sign off on the paperwork. Okay.
Okay.
You have any questions?
No,
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You're excused.
thank you.
Court cause number 2403-000499. State of Texas versus Jose Francisco Salazar.
Yes, sir.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Jose Francisco Salazar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Salazar. Just for future reference, Mr. Salazar, it's important that you understand, I didn't want to say it in front of everybody else. We are in a courtroom, so you know, you got to act like if you're in a courtroom. We
No, yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm just,
okay.
yeah.
No,
Yes, sir.
I know. It's easy because we're in the comfort of our own homes.
No, yes, sir.
But just for
And I
future
didn't know it
reference,
was gonna be Zoom. If not, I would have been at work right now. It just, yeah, I would have not missed work. And
well,
yeah,
it was in the letter we sent you. Okay.
no, I know. But my wife last a letter. She just told me you have court, and you know, I got 3 kids that just destroy everything. I can't have a letter. I can't have. We basically take pictures of stuff. We
No,
take
I got
pictures
you.
of stuff so we won't lose it.
I'm just letting you know for future reference. Okay.
No, yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Like I
Mr.
said, I just
Salazar.
didn't want to miss it because one time I got a warrant out for my arrest for missing a trial like this, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm trying to, you know, make
no.
sure I'm on probation right now. So
Okay.
I
No,
would
no,
just
no.
to let you know.
You appeared. You're good. There's no warrant.
Okay,
All right,
thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Salazar, you are being accused of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on April 4th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where an individual by the name of Roger Fuentes is accusing you of pushing and grabbing him. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, I was. He was telling the
Okay.
police. Yes, he was
Okay,
telling
hold
the
on. I don't
police.
want you to say anything. I just want you're
No, no,
aware
yes,
of
sir.
yeah, you
Yes,
understand
I'm
what you're being
aware.
charged with. Okay.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. As to the charge of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on April 4th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Mr. Salazar, if you have to have a trial on the matter, do you want it in front of the judge or in front of the jury?
Judge.
All right, Mr. Salazar, you're going to get a notice in the mail with your court date. It's important that you're here that day. It's going to be on Zoom, but it's important that you come before then, either today or tomorrow by 5 to sign off on your paperwork. Okay?
Is there any way I could talk to the prosecutor today or no?
No,
Like
sir.
just to,
The prosecutor is only here twice a month, and he'll be here on that day that you get notice.
okay, so basically I have to wait till, okay, because basically the guy is back here, the person that is back in my house. So
If
how
he
would
doesn't want to, if he doesn't want to go forward with the charges, there's a document he can sign if he comes by the court.
could I get the document, have him sign it, and
No,
or,
he has to come by the court. It's notarized in front of the people that are at the windows.
okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes, sir. You are
And
excused.
I wouldn't have to come to court next time, or
If he signs off on that document and the prosecutor signs the dismissal, no, you would not.
okay, thank you, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Okay,